In this video, we're looking at frequency histograms and frequency polygons. So we have covered frequency tables in the past, so you may want to watch that if you can't remember how to create them, because these type of questions involve creating frequency tables to begin with. So a frequency table usually can be shown as a frequency histogram and polygon. So firstly, you always start with the frequency table, which you can see on your left there, where we have the number, which is our score, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the frequency on the right. All right. So remember how this works is that what that table is essentially saying is that there's 57 zeros, there's 29 ones, 31 twos, 61 threes, 26 fours. Now, to convert this into a frequency histogram, it's very similar to a column graph, except you'll notice that there's no gap between our columns here. Okay, so that's important. There's no gap. Other than that, it's very similar. Okay, on the left axis, you can see I've got frequency, which goes from 0 to the highest number. In our case, that was 57, so I went to 60. And on the bottom, you've got your scores or your numbers. Now, your frequency histogram is the columns, right? Those are that you can see in black there, going up and down. Now, the frequency polygon is the blue line. Essentially, it's joining the middle points of the columns so you start from the bottom at the axis down here, and then you draw a line to the middle point of this one. Then you draw a line to the middle point of the next one. You keep going until you end it over here. Now, another common type of representing data you'll see is what we call a dot plot. So a dot plot's used to display certain types of data, usually where the frequency isn't as high as what we saw in the previous table. So in this case, the frequencies here, the highest is 4. Now how it works is, on the bottom, you write your score, so down here, and then each dot represents how often that occurred. So we have 2 dots here, so you would expect there to be 2 zeros. Alright, the last thing I want to cover is what we call an outlier, and an outlier is a value that is noticeably different from the other data. So here we have a data set, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 18. So we would count 18 as an outlier because it's so much different compared to everything else. It just doesn't really make sense, so we call that an outlier.